Coming to you from Columbus, Ohio, it's your main girl. She's thick, hip, a thrill, and always real. It's Marnay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my news talk show, Let's Talk. If you don't know who I am, let's get to know me now. If you've been following me and my work, you would know that my name is Marnay Gilmer, and I star on As the Cudahoe Turns. I was an anchor woman in the Ghetto News Report, and most recently I played Victoria on This Is My Life. But my producers from Established Since 91 decided to give me my own talk show. Now, before I start, I would like to say Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody brought in their New Year right. And I'm going to start this first episode off right with the hard-hitting topic of New Year's resolutions. So, with that being said, let's talk. Welcome back. Now, as I said before, we were going to be talking about the hard-hitting topic of New Year's resolutions. Right here I have the top 10 resolutions that people always seem to make, but not everybody always seems to fully commit to them. Now, studies show that only 45% of Americans actually do make New Year's resolutions. I'm not going to name all of them, but just a few. You know, the biggest one, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to quit drinking, I'm going to get out of debt. Now, studies also show that only 8% of Americans are successful in achieving their goal, and 49% have infrequent success, meaning they don't really get quite there. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple of these topics in depth. The first one I would like to talk about that we all know everybody goes through, everybody says they're going to do it. I'm going to get out of debt. Now, first of all, let's talk about how you got in debt, because the way you got in it is the way you need to get out of it. All you got to do, backtrack, whoever you owe, give them their money. If you owe your mama, give your mama her money, get out her house, and get yourself out of debt. That's all you got to do. Pay your banks, or just switch over to a new bank. That's what I did. Okay, now, the next one that I would like to talk about is weight loss. Everybody has that one overly sized family member, church member, friend of the family, close relative, whatever, that says they're going to lose weight. But then they come back the next year and they still ain't lost weight. They still the same size, wearing the same suit with the same hat from 20 years ago when they was the same size. Everybody's not meant to be skinny. Maybe you should just get over it and live your life the way that God has chosen you to. Big and love it. Now, another one that really gets under my skin is I'm going to spend more time with my family. Why aren't you spending time with your family in the first place? Your family should be your number one priority, man. Come on. All you deadbeat baby daddies and baby mamas out there, get yourself on track and spend some time with your kids. Take them to Chuck E. Cheese. Take them to Magic Mountain. Do something with them. Go say hi to your mama. If you got your mama cooked up in the nursing home, go say hi to her sometime. Send her a letter, a card, or something. You know, it's not that hard. Spend some time with your family. Because the way everybody's talking, the world's ending soon. So, you need to get on top of that. Now, the last one that I would like to discuss that really is under my skin the most is enjoying your life. Now, my first question to all you viewers is, why aren't you enjoying your life? Your life should be enjoyed every day. Every day you wake up, you should want to enjoy it, okay? Whether that be walking down the street, walking your dog, walking to the store and getting you a pack of Twizzlers, going to church. Do what you got to do to enjoy your life. I know 60-year-olds out here bungee jumping, doing what they got to do before their days are over. They ain't trying to get up to heaven and not have nothing to talk about with God. So do what you got to do. Enjoy your life. Don't be sitting up cooped in your house with your 10 cats and your 9 kids. Go out and do something, you know? Now, pretty soon I'm going to have a special guest here with me. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, as I said, I was going to have a special guest here for you. So, here to talk about New Year's resolutions with me and give her opinion a little bit is my good friend India. Everybody say hello to India. Me and India have been friends for a couple years. She is one of the most blunt and real people I know, which is why I asked her to be here today. Okay, so let's get right into this. India.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, since we're talking about New Year's resolutions, of course I'm going to ask you, do you have a resolution this year?
You know what?
Did you have a resolution this year?
I had one, and I've just come to the point of why is it that I have to have a resolution to make a change in my life?
Exactly, because a resolution, I really don't feel like a resolution should. You don't need a new year to make a change about yourself. You should just have a goal.
It just feels better when you start over fresh at the beginning of the year.
Right. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't have to have a whole new year, because usually the year comes and you're still the same person you were on the 31st. It really usually doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what resolutions have you had in the past, and how did they work out for you?
To have a successful relationship for at least a year.
And how did that work?
Out issues. Yeah, still working on that. It's not working so well.
I mean, things take time. That's why I said you don't need a new year to start over. I mean, you can wake up one morning and just be like, I just want to have a fresh start. You don't need to make a New Year's resolution to do it necessarily.
You'd be surprised. It's a little harder than that. Like, so to be trying to cut back on smoking.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest resolutions. See, that leads me to my next question. So, what resolutions do you hear the most?
Yeah, smoking.
Smoking is one of the biggest ones that everybody knows. I cannot stand that resolution.
My favorite is, I'm going to be this much more smaller next year.
I'm going to lose some weight.
And if anything, you probably gained it. So it's like...
all the New Year's meals and Christmas meals, you know you ain't lost no weight. That's the famous one.
My other favorite one, because it's income tax time. I'm going to pay off this debt, this electric bill. You know you're going shopping for
Right. You know you're about to give each of your kids $100. Go on and buy you a new car that you can't afford, that you're going to trade back in April. Everybody always knows those are the most famous ones that really get on my nerves. And the other one, I'm going to stop drinking. Knowing you about to pop back a drink for New Year's anyway. Nobody know that they ain't about to stop drinking.
Happy New Year.
Right. Well, India, thank you for being here today. I appreciate your opinion and everything that you have said. And we'll be right back on Let's Talk. Now, what you're looking at now is a special segment that you'll see every once in a while, maybe every couple of weeks on the show, called What Boils My Blood? In other words, what really pisses me off? Now, some of these faces that you see me making on the screen, I'm going to let you know now, you'll probably see a few of them as we tune in. So, let's go to the first thing that boils my blood. One thing I cannot stand is a ratchet child. Now, do we all see how young and innocent this little girl is? And then you got the little boy running next to her. He looks like he ain't got no drawers on. Now, I believe that's a baby doll, a Cabbage Patch sitting in the back. Why is this baby not in the back playing with this Cabbage Patch doll instead of on a stripper pole? Why does she have a bathing suit on with 10-inch heels? Now, I'm pissed because where were her parents when this was being shot? And who's the person responsible for taking these pictures and posting them on the internet? Get your child some hobbies. If that means having to spend your last little bit of money to get them some toys, something to play with, take them outside, get them a coloring book, something. You shouldn't even have no stripper pole in your house when you got kids. That's all I'm saying. Now, the next thing that really boils my blood is a ratchet baby mama. First of all, if y'all can't see what this says, I'll read to you. It says, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but I'm pregnant, and it's your baby. Why are you pregnant by a man that you just met? There should be no reason you even lay down with him. First of all, you look stupid if you think he gonna claim this baby, because if you lay down with him on the first night, that means you lay down with everybody else on the first night too. So, that could be him and 10 other men's babies. Now, if this is you, you need to get yourself together. If you don't know who your baby daddy is, get yourself right and stop sleeping with everybody on the first day. Everybody ain't meant to have your goodies. Ladies, remember that. Everybody don't gotta have your cookies. You give your cookies to a man who's willing to be there when you gonna get pregnant, and a man who loves you. You don't gotta give your cookies to every man that crosses your path. Now, the last thing that really boils my blood, that everybody around me knows, is people who only come around when they want something. What I can't stand is a moocher. We all know a close moocher in our lives. Everybody has one. I know that I have one. I'm not going to say his name publicly, but I have a friend who calls my phone and asks me for $20 like every single week. First of all, I'm not your personal banker. My name is not U.S. Marnay, and I'm not going to give you $20 every week because you ain't got no gas, because you need a part for your car. I'm not doing it. Don't be coming around me when you want something. Because you know what? I'm not sorry if I don't have it. And if I do have it, I'm still not sorry. Because you don't call me to check up on me and see how I'm doing in my daily life. You don't call me to see if I got a cold, to see if I got the flu, to see anything about me. So no, don't call me when you need something. Because you know what? I'm not going to have it. And that's about it. Well, I'm sorry, my blood is boiling. But that wraps up my show. Tune in next week for another episode of Let's Talk. Are you following your dreams? Are you doing what really makes you happy in life? Well, if not, tune in to next week's episode where I'm going to talk about following your dreams, how you can follow them, and what to do to get there. Well, I also have 2 special guests perform a song for you that is about following your dreams and is also helping them follow their dreams. So tune in next week to Let's Talk.